Hello math learners, welcome to the fourth part of our discussion on operation on functions. This is still your free access YouTube edu creator, Math Teacher Ash, and welcome to ML with Sir Ash. For today's lesson, we're going to discuss the operations of functions, specifically division. So if you don't know how to divide functions, then feel free to finish this video because I'm sure that you will learn a lot of things on this topic. But before anything else, if you are still new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and notification bell for you to be updated of the School Clear Math videos just like this. Hello math learners, welcome to another session here in Math Learning with Sir Ash, and today we're going to discuss the part 4 of our operations on function discussion, and this part 4 is all about division of functions. Now the first question is, how do we divide functions? So basically, my dear math learners, when dividing functions, you are just applying what you have learned in dividing polynomials, whether it is by a monomial, a trinomial, or a binomial. So how do we do this? Okay, say we have, let's say your f of x as your first function, and you have the g of x as your second function. Now, if you will try to divide f of x by g of x, of course, the notation of that one could be written as f divided by g of x. Easy, right? So let's consider some examples for you to have a deeper understanding on this. Okay, math learners, for our first set of examples, we have two given functions, the m of x and the p of x. The m of x is in a binomial, that is 2x minus 1, while the p of x is in a trinomial, and that is 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. So, what we are owed to find here is the m divided by p of x and the m divided by p of 1. Okay, so first let's try to solve this one. So m divided by p of x just means m of x over p of x. So what you do here is you just simplify your expression given, and that is 2x minus 1 over 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. Now, for you, my dear math learners, I know you have a hard time how to divide a binomial by a trinomial. But somehow, there are some easy way to do this one. For me, the technique is very simple. What you can do is you just try your best to factor your numerator and your denominator. If your numerator is already in the simplest form, then stay put. And then you try to factor other parts of your fraction. Okay, so as you can see here, 2x minus 1 is already in its simplest form. So you just write that one, 2x minus 1. While 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 can still be simplified. It can be broken down into factors. So how do we do this? We can apply what we have learned in the quadratic equation when you were still in grade 9. Okay? So what is the factors of 2x squared? Basically, that is 2x and x. Okay. Now, how do you factor negative 3? That is, I think, negative 1 and positive 3. Okay, because a negative number is a result from the product of a positive and a negative. So we have negative 1 and positive 3. So the question is, how are we sure if that is the correct factors? Okay, so first thing, let's try 2x times x, that is 2x squared. Negative 1 times positive 3, that is negative 3. So how about this? 2x times positive 3, that is positive 6x, negative 1 times x, that is negative x. So 6 minus 1, that is positive 5x. So our factors are correct. One tip also, my dear math learners, is that since this is a division of functions, of course, we are trying to cancel something here, right? So this is already given, our numerator with the 2x minus 1. So having 2x here, I think the other part there is there should be a factor that is basically the same from the numerator and the denominator. So since this is 2x minus 1, I think one factor of it is 2x minus 1. Alright? So, having said that, we already have these factors, so we can now cancel our factors from the numerator and denominator. So since nothing is left in the numerator, that is automatically 1. And we have our denominator and we have the binomial, so we just copy x plus 3. So our final answer for this expression is 1 over x plus 3. Easy, right? So now the question is, what is the value of the m divided by p of 1? Okay, so what we can do here is, of course, so this is the answer for the first one. And for the second one, we just substitute. So 1 over 1 plus 3, and that will give us 1 over 4, and that will be our final answer, 1/4 for the second problem. Easy, right? Now, let us go to our second set of examples. Okay, my dear math learners, we are now here in our second set of examples, and we have two functions again. We have the c of x and the e of x. However, the c of x has the function x plus 5 over x minus 7. So basically, it is already a fraction. And we also have here in the e of x, that is 3 over x minus 7. So how do we solve for the e divided by c of x and e over c of negative 2? Okay, so how do we do this? Now, basically, my dear math learners, we can have, so since our e here is the numerator, so we will write this first. So we have 3x minus 7, all right, divided by, because that is divide, by c, that is x plus 5 over x minus 7. Now, the question is, how do we divide a fraction to a fraction? Okay, so my dear math learners, you can apply the KFC. What do you mean by KFC? I already have a video of this one on my channel, so you can check that out. Okay, KFC stands for keep, flip, and change. Okay, so what we can do here is we keep the first, so that is 3 over x minus 7. Then flip, so we will flip the second. So that gives us x minus 7 over x plus 5. Then change. So what does change mean? Since this is a divide, that will be changed into its opposite, and that is multiplication. And of course, in multiplying fractions, we all know that we just multiply numerator to numerator and denominator to denominator. Okay, but I always apply cancellation whether I have the opportunity. Okay, so since here we have an opportunity to cancel x minus 7 because they are identical, so we can cancel them, all right? And we only have 3 for our numerator and x plus 5 for our denominator, and that's it. Easy, right? So how about if we try to solve for the e divided by c of negative 2? So by doing so, what we can do here is substitute the value of x here by negative 2, giving us 3 over negative 2 plus 5. So we have 3 over, what's that? Okay, positive 3. So 3 divided by 3, that is equal to 1. So therefore, the evaluation of e divided by c of negative 2 is equal to positive 1. Easy, right? So let us go to our next set of examples. Okay, math learners, we have our third set of problem, and we have here h of n and p of n. Our h of n is another fraction, and our p of n is another fraction, but it has a way more complicated expression. Okay, so what we are ought to find here is to get the value of, or to get the function of h divided by p of n. So how do we do this? Okay, so same as earlier, what we need to do is you just get your h of n over p of n, or basically you could just h of n divided by p of n. Okay, so by substitution, we have n, so since our h is here, so n plus 6 over n minus 4 divided by n plus 6 over n squared plus 4n minus 32. Okay, then we apply our KFC, that is keep, flip, and change. So we keep this first, our numerator, that is n. Okay, I'll just continue here, n plus 6 over n minus 4. Then we flip our denominator, so that will become n squared plus 4n minus 32 over n plus 6. Then we change this into multiplication. So as you can see, we already have our binomial to be cancelled, the n plus 6. And then we have here n squared plus 4n minus 32 over n minus 4. So the question is this the final answer? I think, my dear math learners, not yet, because this n squared plus 4n minus 32 can still be broken down. So how do we do this? Okay, so let's break our n squared plus 4n minus 32. So how do we do that? We will do the factoring, okay? So what is the factors of n squared? That is n. Okay, what are the factors of negative 32 such that when added they will become positive 4? So let's just plus and negative here. I think since this is positive, therefore the bigger number should be 8, and the other number is 4, because 8 times 4 is 32. So positive 8 times negative 4, that is negative 32. And if ever you add positive 8 by negative 4, the answer is positive 4. So we are correct. Divided by, so we just write our n minus 4. So as you can see, n minus 4 and n minus 4 are identical, so we can cancel them. So giving us the final answer, n plus 8. And that is our function for the h over p of n. And now, my dear math learners, let us go to our final set of examples. Okay, math learners, we are now in our final set of examples, and we have another 2 given functions. Okay, so we are owed to find s divided by r of x and evaluate it by the value of negative 4. So how do we do this? The same what we did in the first the first example. We will just divide s of x by r of x. So our s of x is x squared minus 4x minus 21 over our r of x, that is x plus 3. So how do we divide this one? Of course, we will apply factoring for our trinomial. So as we can see, this is x squared. That is a quadratic equation. So what we could do here is basically this one. So since we already have this x plus 3, I think one value of that one is x plus 3. I think. Alright, let's try. So if this is x plus 3, then this is negative 21. So I think this will be negative 7, because negative 7 times positive 3, that is negative 21. And if I add negative 7 by positive 3, the answer is negative 4. Easy, right? So if I cancel this 2, alright, so I only have x minus 7. Okay, so I already have answered the first problem for this set. So now, let us try to solve it by evaluating the value negative 4. So we have x minus 7, that will become negative 4 minus 7, and the final answer is negative 11. So therefore, for the first problem, we have x minus 7, and for the second problem, we have negative 11. So my dear math learners, I hope you have a wonderful time in learning how to divide functions. Now, if you still wanted to ask more about this one, you can put your inquiries in our comment section below. Thank you so much for your support, and kindly like and share this video to your fellow friends, classmates, and schoolmates. This is still your free access YouTube edu creator, Math Teacher Ash. And always remember, it is fun to learn mathematics if we are together learning. Thank you so much. God bless and keep safe always. Congratulations, math learners, for arriving to this part of the video. If you think that this video have helped you, click that like button. And if you think that this channel can change the way you see mathematics, do not forget to click that subscribe button and notification bell. Thank you.